The screen glows bright, the game is on.
Hello everybody, Darko here with an Atlas build for you guys. My first legit build video, so thank you for watching. What we're going to do is we're going to simply talk real quick about the build and get into some gameplay, and we're going to just get right into it. How about that? We're going to keep it short and simple for you guys. So here we go. Let's start. So, we're going to be talking about Mr. Atlas Prime here. I don't know if anybody knows this, but he is a mean machine now after the Exalted Weapon rework. So here's my simple build for Steel Path and regular missions. You can take it into almost any mission that you'd like. I would tell you guys that there's other ways to build this build. There are, okay? But I'm not going to cover that in this video. I'll probably cover that in one of the upcoming videos. Right now I got Steel Charge for more mod capacity and melee damage. Power Drift for our ability strength. Prime Flow because we're using 5 Tau Forge Violet Shards for the extra critical damage from melee. We're using the Umbral mods. I had an Umbral Forma, so we put one on, and it gives you more power strength from having all 3 on. Passive Statues is just something I threw in there just because when you do get into the higher level content, you seem to leave a trail more often because you're not fully one-shotting some things. So you get that chance just to get a little bit more extra armor. We got Carnus Carapace here for the extra armor and health. And then the heavy attack gives you the status immunity in case you ever need it. Adaptation, because adaptation is amazing. Gives you status resistance of all types based on the amount of damage you take. And Blind Rage for that big ability strength buff. Yes, we lose efficiency, but we're just spamming punch. We're not caring about efficiency here. We're going to be rocking Molt Augmented to get that extra 60% ability strength when at 250 times stack. I threw multi-efficiency in there. This is something that you guys can change out if you'd like to for something else. I'd probably recommend Arcane Bellicose. It's one of the new arcanes. I haven't got to try it myself, but I would try that out. I'm using this because I'm rocking Nourish with my build, and it gives me just a slight little bit of extra duration for my Nourish. As you can see here, I am rocking the Nourish there. So, with this build, our base damage for Landslide is sitting at 1018.5. Not bad at all. Let me show you guys what else is going to be required for this build to do amazing damage numbers. First off, we're going to start with Ceto. You can either use the Ceto Prime or the regular Ceto. All we're doing is priming enemies. We're just going to be using it to prime the target, slap on as many status effects as we can. So as you can see here, I did not mod for flat damage. Even my Riven, I'm trying to get a better roll, but I'm not having any luck doing it. So right now, I just got 8% status per projectile, which is insane. And then I have Viral and Heat on it just because I just threw on some stuff to get as much status chance as I could because I'm just trying to proc as many status effects to affect Condition Overload, which we have on our fist. I use primary and secondary dexterity arcanes on my primary and secondary just to get that extra combo duration with the fist and your melee weapon if you choose to use your melee weapon in between. So let's just cut over to the fist prime. It's so cool to say that finally, fist prime. Get to actually mod this mean machine here. So let's just start out with the build. We're just doing flat damage. We're not adding any status effect. I went straight crit damage and crit chance. So we slapped on Galvanized Steel. So we can get that base crit chance. And then we get that extra crit damage as we get our 4 kills. Prime Pressure Point because it's amazing. We're just going to keep slapping on that flat melee damage. I kept it impact. You guys could change this however you'd like. But I decided to just keep the base damage as flat impact. So I slapped on Saxon Thorax with the impact and status chance. Spoil Strike for the extra melee damage. Yes, we're losing attack speed, but that does not affect your punch. So then we're slapping on Primed Heavy Trauma for the extra impact as well. Condition Overload. This is key for this build to get these damage numbers that you're talking about. We're looking at big numbers. The highest I've hit so far was 176 million damage with this fit. Yes, it was prime. Yes, it could have been a headshot, but we hit 176 million damage, ladies and gentlemen. 60% crit damage. That's why we're choosing this Gladiator Might right here. and we get that extra critical chance per combo multiplier. So now exalted weapons can actually build combo as you're fighting, which is phenomenal. I'm so glad they changed that. And then we just added more crit damage. So base crit damage, we're looking at 13.7 times crit damage multiplier for our exalted weapon. That is phenomenal. For the arcanes, you can choose melee fortification, which I did just to get the extra armor, because then in game, sometimes that little bit of extra armor helps pay out taking that big hit. Me and another buddy tried the arcane melee duplicate. It doesn't seem to be working properly right now for exalted weapons, so we're not using it, but it could be phenomenal when it is starting to work. So let me show you guys just a little bit of gameplay real quick, and then we'll swap over and talk about what we're going to do next. All right, boom, we're here. Let's happen. Let's make it happen. So first thing I usually do is I pop on nourish, go into my operator. Let's get our energy up, just get that thing going. I do use the Nuric, but as you can see, I am just priming. I'm not doing anything crazy. And then I'm punching. That was at 2 times. I did 1.4 mil damage. So, we're just going to roll through the mission. We're just going to roll through like the giant rock we are. Just punching things. Just punching them our way through the hallways.
The capture target has vital information that we will need to extract. We need our subject brought back.
And I did choose Grenier, Steel Path, Incursion, just to get that extra armor, just to show you guys what we're dealing with. 4.8 million damage right there in that hit.
Stay focused.
And as you can see, it's based on the amount of statuses you have. Now, if I don't, say you don't want to use a priming build, you just want to go punching, you still deal really good damage. Now, obviously, when you build you up to your 12 times, we'll use him to get what we want. Let's just go, boop, oh, we can't use that, forgot. So we're going to capture him, then we're going to go hit someone else with our 12 times and see what happens.
Excellent work. We'll interrogate the captive back at base.
Pop our nourish back on, just to get that extra status damage. You could swap nourish out with roar as well. Roar would be very great. I just have not tried that yet, but roar with a flat damage buff could be really good as well. Now let me attempt to swap to the right weapon, if it lets me. There we go, thank you.
Get comfy, dreamers. One of our own believes they are the equal of our foe, and
but as you can see, the damage number just goes up as you go. Now I am back down to 7 times because, well, couldn't find any enemies to kill there for a minute.
Heads up. A Grenier assault team is headed your way.
But as you can see, it is still the good old Atlas one punch build. And yes, it is because the Grenier have really high armor that you're not seeing those crazy damage numbers. Obviously, with Infested, Corpus, Tech Rot, and all the new factions that have come out, with less armor, you're going to be seeing some crazy numbers. As you can see right there, 40.4 million damage with one hit, 11.3. And it is just based on how much status we're applying to the target, 23.9 million. See if we can't find any other enemies. Let's see what happens if we apply a lot of stuff. 40.7 with an orange crit. Now this is where I was saying that melee duplicate could be phenomenal if it was working properly, but sadly it is not. Where we get those yellow crits and we hit for 40 to 60 million, in reality we'd be doing 120 million or 80 to 120 million per hit. This build will take you to in-game. I don't have a recording of the in-game build, but we did play in some higher in-game levels. This is an all-around build, and I think you guys will enjoy it. So make sure you guys give this a shot. Let me know what you think, and we will just continue to go on from there. But as you can see, we hit some crazy numbers right there, just 40.4 mil. If you use this on Corpus or Tech Rot or even Infested with very little armor, you're going to see crazy big numbers. Like I said, 176 million is my highest damage number. That was on Tech Rot. that's why I chose Grenadier Knight, just to show you guys how hard you can still hit something with full armor. So we hit 40.7 million in the video there. If you guys like what you see, please slap a subscribe. I'm also on Twitch doing live streams. So if you guys want to come in there and you want to slap a follow and hang out for a little bit, and we'll do more build videos, please slap in the comment section what you guys think I could improve on. This is my first build video. I will be doing longer ones with more gameplay, better explanations, but I figured I'd just throw something short and simple together for you guys at the start, and we'll just keep moving on with that. So appreciate you guys. Thank you for watching the video, and I will see you guys next time.